So welcome back, Twin Stick Garage. This week's episode, I'm going to pick up right where I left off last week, where the boys came along and helped me put the movie corrector tandems underneath the Smokey and the Bandit trailer. And I'm going to start working on the trailer because I've got a goal to get the truck and the trailer to the Lesco truck show just outside of Edmonton in early September. And I know I'd let a lot of people down if I didn't actually have both the truck and the trailer. So I'm going to start up Snowman, pull it out of here, and then hook onto the trailer because I've got a guy coming out with a remote sandblasting unit, and he's going to blast the complete underside of the trailer. Now, if you recall, I used a needle scaler on the back tandem assembly there, and it turned out okay, but I wasn't really happy with it. So I figured these legs will get blasted properly, and then maybe even a few of the spots that I'm not that happy with on the tandem set there. And then I'm going to follow right behind them with some primer and hopefully even some paint. And that'll get the bottom of this trailer done. And then, got to paint the edge. I still got to paint the front, hang the reefer, and then, of course, get the Smokey and the Bandit stagecoach wrap put on there. But I've got a plan. And if you know me, if you've been following the channel, you know when I set my mind to something, I'm going to accomplish it.
It's like Doc's always saying.
I know. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
That's good advice, Marty.
Yeah. You know, I was actually just thinking that I've been doing a lot of joyriding in Snowman, and I don't have the fuel gauge hooked up, and I haven't really put any fuel in here since I threw those jerry cans in when I first got it started. So I think we'll do a little run up to the gas station and put some go-go juice in there, because why not, right? And who doesn't like going on a ride along in a Kenworth? $1.40 a liter. What a deal. Well, you gotta pay to play, I guess. Alright. That should equal a little bit of fun. So let's get this thing back home and hook onto that trailer. neighbor's dialing right now. Hello? Yeah, he's doing it again. All right, I guess I better back in. It easy. You don't even have to hook up the airlines. That's just another thing that needs to be done on the trailer is run the airlines back there so you get the park brakes. Right now, she ain't got no brakes. There, I'm thinking something like that. I just didn't have enough room to swing the trailer around the trees and bring the tractor around here. It's too darn tight. So I wanted to move it far enough forward so when well, of course the guy's gonna sandblast, but then I'm gonna follow him with paint and I don't really want to get overspray on the shop. So I figured that was the most decent compromise that I could get. And that way at least we can get all the way around the trailer, get access on both sides. But again, I'm gonna need an extra probably 50, 100 feet of hose on my spray gun in order to paint this thing. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. But now my worry is, or my concern is we're on a hill, and of course I'm gonna get the tractor out of here because I don't want to get overspray or sandblast dust on the truck. But of course there's no brakes, so the park brakes aren't set on that yet because it doesn't have any air. And we're on a bit of a hill and I could block it, but again, it's an awfully heavy trailer and we're gonna be crawling underneath it all weekend. So what I'll probably do is maybe air up the back and set the park brakes. And what I'm thinking I could do is disconnect the line because the park brake is the front one there and it's crossed over. So maybe disconnect it there and then put a chuck on the end, and I could give it some air, which would release the brakes, or it will pull back on the brake cams, and then I can adjust these till they're 90 degrees, and then when I release the air, the park brakes will go on and push the brake shoes into the drum. So I'm hoping an unloaded trailer on not too big of a hill will hold it in place. So I think I'll do that, and then I should be able to unhook the tractor, and I guess I'll have to come up my other driveway to put Snowman away in the garage. But yeah, maybe that's where the trailer will sit for the next little while as I start the process towards making it look like the movie truck.
You egotistical son of a bitch.
Okay, so I was lucky that this truck is a little more modern and it's using the same brass fittings and line, 3/8 line that I've used on all my other trucks. So I was able to adapt it up to run with an air chuck. So now when I air it up, it'll release the park brakes and suck them in. So now I just need to adjust until it's tight. Okay, and then back a quarter turn. Something like that. And the same to the other side. I had them way loose because I wanted to do that when I was putting the drums on, that there'd be lots of clearance when I put new brake shoes on. So now we'll take all that slack out of there. There, good and tight. Quarter turn off. And now, I guess I don't really need the quarter turn off, so I'm not like I'm going to be driving it. But that should work. So now release this, and then the spring brake will shove these closed or tight. And that should be good. All right, that should roll. I guess I can go test that by trying to move it with the truck. And if it doesn't move, we should be safe. All right, let's give this a go. And now, as long as the trailer doesn't move under the power of the truck, it should be good to go. Oh yeah. Who says truckers don't get any exercise? Hard to do one-handed while you're holding a camera. Doesn't like this angle I'm on. There it goes. There. Okay. And away we go. All right, so it's the next morning now. I'm just waiting for the blaster to arrive, and he's basically going to go from one end to the other underneath here and try and clean up the metal. And then I'm going to try and follow close behind and get some primer, and if I'm really lucky, even some paint on there before the end of the day. There is a little bit of rain forecast, so hopefully I can get that done. Now, one thing I wanted to do before he gets here is to just tape off some of the places that we don't want to get dust into. Obviously the lines there, and I might even cover up. Well, I'm probably going to replace the cans, but just in case, I might as well cover those up as well. Because sand, this stuff, when he gets going, it just goes everywhere. So I'll try and tape that off where he gets here, and then we'll start blasting. There they go. Noisy process. So I'll let the boys get their work done here and see how it turns out. So I got a new microphone. I'm trying this out. Eric Jalbert got me onto these. So we're going to give it a go. Hopefully you can hear me a little better and it doesn't overpower when I do something loud like this. So got a new gun going here. Went to my favorite paint store, C-Max, and picked up some primer, the epoxy high build primer that I've used on all my trucks. I think this stuff is really good product. Not a sponsorship. I wish Nason was. So I've got to pick up all these cans of paint, but no big deal. So we'll get a new spray gun. This is a 2.3 millimeter nozzle, so it's a little bigger, which works better for this high build primer. You kind of want a bigger nozzle. And yeah, mix up a batch. This stuff's pretty straightforward. What is it? And that's the paint. So yeah, I also picked up 2 quarts, so it's only half full, of the Toyota Silver. That's the same color I used on the tandem set, so that should match up well. And what is the mixing again on this? The primer, yeah, it's 4-to-1. So it's 4 parts primer. Give that a good stir, and then 1 part of the urethane activator. So I'll have this all prepped. I probably won't stir it up just yet. Wait till they finish up. I can't remember what the settling time is on this. Pot life, 1 hour. Yeah. So you only got 1 hour to get it down. So I will wait till they are finished, but I'll have everything ready to go. Almost done. And I gotta get going on the paint before the rain comes. Now I gotta give her, because I just looked at the old radar there. It looks like some rain's coming in a couple hours, so I'm gonna have to hustle. Whew. As I always say, the only thing that should go in your lungs is air, so it's always a good idea to have the right masks going on. So we're going to be doing lots of painting today, so I figured why not use some new filters. Pretty much be wearing this for the rest of the day, I figure. Okay. There's 4, close enough, and then 1 part activator. pitter patter. Let's get at her. All right, I guess there's no better place than to start at the front. Oh, that's a little hot. Looks good to me. Oh hell. I just realized there's still sand dust. I'm gonna have to blow that off. All right, ready to give her again. Nice. Now I do need to paint the entire front of this and the edge, or prime it and paint it. But what I'm trying to do right now is to get primer on all the bare metal so it doesn't rust if it does indeed rain. Yeah, I still want to paint the whole front, but we'll see if there's time. Stay focused, Mark. Focus. There. I tell you what, I really enjoy painting. It's so relaxing and satisfying, and just to see it transform and start to look like new again right before your eyes. I really enjoy it. And man, sandblasting is a little more money, but it sure does a nicer job compared to that needle scaler. This is excellent practice for me too, for painting the Peterbilt. Okay, where'd I miss? Just a little bit down here. Really glad I listened to my dad when he said, paint your trucks yourself. Now it's definitely a skill that comes with time. And I'm still definitely a beginner at it, but the more you do it, the more you kind of learn what to do, what not to do. I've been watching a lot of videos like Paint Society. He's one of my favorites. I find him just a really good teacher. And he gives a lot of tricks for the backyard do-it-yourselfer kind of guys like me. All right, coming together. here blasting the rail for the lock pins, I said, you know what, I didn't really like how the needle scaler got the job done there, so I said go ahead and blast that. So like I always say, what's the best kind of work? Rework. Actually wondering if I should just prime the whole darn thing. I got my wrap guy coming in a few days. He's gonna stop in and take a look at the trailer. Not many people want to do this job just because of the ribbed sidewalls. It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of work, let's just say. So I'm having a little trouble finding the right guy to do the job. But I think the fellow I'm talking to now, he seems willing, so hopefully, because I know I can't put that wrap on myself. Now the back of the movie trailer was black, and I believe the brackets or the hinges and the bars were silver.
You just leave a note and tell the folks to send the bill to Big Enos Burdette.
So that's what I'm planning to do now. I'm going to paint them all silver. Although, it's going to be a nightmare to mask it. I wonder if we just paint the whole back of the trailer black. Or sorry, Hyundai brown. Okay. Clouds are rolling in, but I'm almost done primer. It's getting closer. So I may get a rain delay, but at least the metal's all covered so it won't rust. And if it does rain, I'll just have to wait till it all dries up and then give her with the silver paint. Now the wrap is only going to come to the edge of the sidewall. So the movie trailer actually had a black surround and then had a gold stripe, a gold pinstripe. So I'll have to paint the Hyundai brown, or night shadow brown, which looks black, and paint that all the way around the edge before the wrap guy comes to put that on. But we're getting close. I think there's a chance that I might have this thing at the show after all.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's looking pretty good. Okay. Go have some lunch and see if this rain passes by. Oh, come on, Mother Nature. Give me a break. Well, at least the primer's on there and it's pretty much dry now, so even if it does rain, it shouldn't do any damage. And I went underneath and painted the bottom of all the I-beams, so that looks a little nicer. But I sure like to get the Toyota Silver on there today if I can. So maybe I'll just hang out, maybe have a Coors, quench my thirst, and see if all this garbage rolls on by, and then I can get going on the silver. All right, I guess Mother Nature does not want me to finish painting the trailer today. So I'm gonna have to call the game and wrap the episode up there. So thanks for watching all the way to the end. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I mean, at least not a lot of progress, but any progress is progress. At least the metal's all cleaned up and primers on it so it's protected. And I'll just have to wait till well, probably not till the rain stops. I'll probably have to wait for another sunny day and to put the Toyota Silver paint on there. But that'll be the next episode, and then maybe I'll get going on the front and back. Oh, there's a big blast of lightning. Yeah, she's a doozy. So with that, like I say, I'm going to wrap the episode up there. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Feel free to comment down below. If you could, hit the like button. That helps drive the YouTube analytics and get it out to more people out there in YouTube land. And yeah, I really appreciate everyone following along on this build. I'm going to get this done, by golly, before the truck show starts in mid-September. So hope to see you there. And if not, don't worry, there'll be an episode on it. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. And don't ever forget, if you got it, a trucker brought it.